This is me about to drink a charged lemonade. The same drink that was linked to the death of a college student named Sarah Katz.
Panera at the center of a wrongful death lawsuit over a caffeinated drink.
The college student with the heart condition died after consuming the drink.
But before I taste this deadly drink, we have to look at what makes it so dangerous, and how one YouTuber predicted that this lemonade would lead to someone's death.
Hello internet! Welcome to Food Theory!
This is Food Theorist, a YouTuber who creates videos about debunking myths in food, controversies in food, etc. And on January 29th, 2023, he posted a video called "This Lemonade Could Kill You, Panera."
Today we're talking about Panera Bread's newest product, Crack in a Cup.
In this video, he basically goes over how this lemonade contains a crap ton of caffeine.
A lemonade having over 4 times the amount of caffeine as an espresso? There's no way.
And that they don't do a very good job at labeling said caffeine. And he goes on to talk about how the level of caffeine in these lemonades could actually be dangerous.
It's also notable that the large size here contains 390 milligrams of caffeine. That number, I suspect, is very specifically chosen. The FDA states that for adults, 400 milligrams of caffeine is the maximum amount recommended to drink in an entire day before you start seeing negative side effects. And Panera has conveniently shimmied right in under that limbo stick with 390 milligrams of caffeine in their lemonade. This way, if a patron dies of a caffeine overdose and their family comes back to sue the restaurant,
The family is suing Panera over its charged lemonade drink.
Panera can point to the fact their serving size is within the FDA recommended limits on caffeine and that the product was labeled in the restaurant.
He concludes that Panera isn't doing anything illegal by not showing the amount of caffeine in a more apparent way. But how misleading is their labeling really? Well, when YouTuber Food Theorist went to his local Panera, here's what he had to say.
And immediately you can see that these aren't marketed as energy drinks. Sure, they're named charged lemonades, but what exactly does that mean? Underneath the flavor heading, there's fine print that says it has as much caffeine as the dark roast coffee, but it's small. And you definitely lost my interest as soon as they started the sentence with plant-based and clean. And yeah, there's the nutrition facts below that, but 260 milligrams of caffeine? What's that mean? Is that a lot? A little? It's unclear unless I'm actively taking out my phone and looking up what that amount is. And again, all of this is marketed under the name lemonade.
And I also went to my local Panera, and lo and behold, they ended up moving the lemonades to behind the counter and put up a cardboard sign stating in big letters that the charged lemonades contain caffeine, with some other warnings below, you know, to avoid any confusion. Why are the charged lemonades over there?
So that people aren't getting like a ton of refills without realizing it.
Okay.
Because of like the incident that happened. It's just a way to kind of limit the amount of caffeine that people are taking. People can come up and ask for as many refills as they want, so it's kind of iffy.
But their website is still marketing these lemonades in a way that doesn't exactly convey more caffeine than an energy drink. But don't take my word for it. A TikToker by the name of Sarah Boss also had some things to say.
I have learned something that should be illegal. This is the mango yuzu citrus charged lemonade. The regular size, it has 260 milligrams of caffeine. An espresso, I looked it up, has 63 milligrams of caffeine. 63 for one shot of espresso. I don't drink coffee. I don't have caffeine very much. Panera, who's gonna create a product with 263 milligrams of caffeine? Look what you're doing!
And as you can see, she was literally bouncing off the walls with caffeine. But this all leads us to what happened with Sarah Katz. On September 10th of 2023, Sarah bought one of these charged lemonades, thinking they were, you know, regular lemonade. And a couple of hours later, she went into cardiac arrest and died. Bear in mind that Sarah had a condition called long QT syndrome type 1, a heart condition causing her doctors to warn her to stay away from energy drinks and caffeine, but of course she didn't know how much caffeine were in these lemonades. This whole situation is so sad and honestly a little bewildering. Why doesn't Panera make the amount of caffeine in these lemonades more apparent? Maybe because if you drink these lemonades and feel all good and energized without knowing why, you'll come back and order more food from Panera.
And I was always like, man, when I work at Panera, I feel great. I feel awesome. I get so much done.
Or maybe they genuinely didn't know they were doing anything wrong. But what I find shocking is even with this tragic incident with Sarah, they're still selling charged lemonades. And the only real change they've made is moving them behind the counter. And of course putting up that cardboard sign. But finally, getting back to the very beginning of this video, how does it actually taste? Okay, first time trying the charged lemonade from Panera. Interesting. It definitely doesn't taste like regular lemonade. It has this kind of bitter taste. A little bit sour, I would say. But I could definitely see how someone would drink this and not know it had a lot of caffeine. Well, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.